Right calm.
Close your eyes and begin to relax. Take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Concentrate on your breathing. With each breath you become more relaxed. Imagine a brilliant white light above you. Focus in on this light as it flows through your body. Allow yourself to drift off as you fall deeper and deeper into a more relaxed state of mind. Now as I count back from 10 to 1, you will feel more peaceful and calm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You will enter a safe place where nothing can harm you. 5, 4, 3, 2. If at any time you need to come back, all you must do is open your eyes. 1.
Safe in the light that surrounds me, free of the fear and the pain. My subconscious mind starts spinning through time to rejoin the past once again. Nothing seems real, I'm starting to feel lost in the haze of a dream. And as I draw near, the scene becomes clear, like watching my life on a screen. Hello, Victoria, so glad to see you, my friend. can't wait to get there again. Every time I close my eyes, there's another vivid surprise, another whole life waiting, chapters unfinished fading. Closer now, slowly coming into view. I've arrived, blinding sunshine beaming through. There's a house I'm drawn to, familiar settings, nothing new. And there's a pathway leading there, with a haunting chill in the air. There's a room at the top of the stairs. Every night I've drawn up there, and there's a girl in the mirror. Her face is getting clearer. Young child, won't you tell me why I'm here? In her eyes, I said the story never told. Behind the disguise, there's something tearing at her soul. Tonight I've been searching for it. I'm feeling that deep inside me. Tonight I've been searching for the one that's all alone. Trying to break free, I just can't help myself. I'm feeling like I'm running out of my head. Turn my heart into two. I'm not the one to sleep without you. Back on my feet again, eyes open to the real world. Metropolis surrounds me, the mirrors shattered the gale. Why is this other light haunting me every day? I break through to the other side, if only I found the way. Something's familiar, feeling so hard to shake. Could I live in that other world? It's a link that I'm destined to make. Still searching, but I don't know what for. The missing key to unlock my mind's door. Today I am searching for it, a feeling that won't go away. Today I am searching for the one that I only know. Trying to break free, I just can't help myself. I'm feeling like I'm going out of my head. Tear my soul into two. I'm not the one I thought I always knew. I just can't help myself. I'm feeling like I'm going out of my head. Uncanny, strange deja vu, but I don't mind. I hope to find the truth. All your eyes eyes have ever seen, all you've ever heard is etched upon my memory, is spoken through my words. All that I take with me is all you've left behind. We're sharing one eternity, living into minds, linked by an endless thread, impossible to break. Alone at night, I feel so strange. I need to find all the answers to my dreams. When I sleep at night, I hear the cries. What does this mean? The door and traveled to another home. I met an older man, he seemed to be alone. I felt that I
it is time to see how you died. Remember that death is not the end.
never really had a chance on that fateful moonlit night, sacrificed without a fight, a victim of a circumstance. Now that I've become aware and I've exposed this tragedy, a sadness grows inside of me. It all seems so unfair. I'm learning all about my life by looking through her eyes. Just beyond the churchyard gates, where the grass is overgrown, I saw the writing on her stone. I felt like I would suffocate in loving memory of our child, so innocent, eyes open wide. I felt so empty as I cried, like part of me had died. I'm learning all about my life by looking through her eyes. And as her image wandered through my head, I wept just like a baby as I lay awake in bed. And I know what it's like to lose someone you love, and this felt just the same. She wasn't given any choice, desperation stole her voice. I've been given so much more in life. I've got a son, I've got a wife. I had to suffer one last time to grieve for her and say goodbye, relive the anguish of my past, to find out who I was at last. The door has opened wide, I'm turning with the tide, looking through her eyes. doesn't make any sense, this tragic ending. In spite of the evidence, there's something still missing. Heard some of the rumors told, a taste of one's well. Did Victoria wound his soul? Did Shake bid him farewell? We'll lay down today until we fade away. One last time. We'll lay down today. One last time. We slowly fade Where did we come from? Why are we here? Where do we go when we die? What lies beyond and what lay before? Is anything certain in life? They say life is too short, the here and the now, and you're only given one shot. But could there be more? Have I lived before? Or could this be all that we've got? If I died tomorrow, I'd be alright, because I believe that after we're gone, the spirit carries on. I used to be frightened of dying. I used to think death
surrounded by a brilliant white light. Allow the light to lead you away from your past and into this lifetime. As the light dissipates, you will slowly fade back into consciousness, remembering all you have learned. When I tell you to open your eyes, you will return to the present, feeling peaceful and refreshed. Open your eyes, Nicholas.
Friday evening, the blood still on my hands. To think that she would leave me now, for that I'm grateful, man. Sole survivor, witness to the crime. I must act fast to cover up, I think that there's still time. Hate seemed hopeless and lost with this note. Fell by into the words that I wrote. This feeling inside me finally found my love. I finally broke free. No longer torn in two, I take my own life before losing you.
Of
finally found my life, I'm finally free. No longer torn in two, I learned about my life by living through you. This feeling inside me, finally found my life, I'm finally free. No longer torn into living my own life by learning from you. We'll meet again, my friends, someday soon.
Of the man considered to be a member of American nobility. And as you can imagine, as the skies have grown darker here over Washington, the mood has grown darker as well, and people here are beginning to resign themselves to the possibility that they are witnessing yet another tragedy in a long string of misfortunes.
Reaction from everywhere, from Washington and certainly from around the world, as Ken...
Open your eyes, Nicholas.
Bye bye.